They believe themselves to be untouchable, hidden by their deceptions, their facades, their illusions. Then you entered the scene, silent, unwavering, a force they never anticipated. You are not just someone walking this earth, you are their reckoning. Some cross paths as blessings, while others come to test, but you are the storm they hoped would never arrive, a sudden shift in the atmosphere, the energy that unsettles demons and reveals the decay lurking beneath their facades. They sense your presence even before they comprehend the force you are, for you are the walking karma they cannot evade. Before we plunge deep into this message, do your part to lift others like you. Like, share, and engage with Chosen One Sanctuary. By taking these steps, you send a signal to the universe itself that the awakened are discovering one another. The more we unite, the stronger we grow together. Now, let's delve into this. Karma is often discussed as this slow-moving entity, something that exists far away, poised to eventually come back around. What they fail to grasp is that sometimes karma doesn't dawdle. Sometimes it shows up wearing human skin, yours. You weren't brought here to blend in. You weren't sent to make others comfortable. You are a mirror, compelling them to confront their true selves, not the facades they maintain. Your very being uncovers the cracks in their foundations, revealing their vulnerabilities and hidden shadows. This is why they either cling to you or flee from you, because you illuminate what they can't hide from, even when it comes to themselves. The power of being chosen lies not just in your actions, but in the impact your mere presence has on others. While some find their lives uplifted the moment you enter them, feeling inspired and awakened, others begin to unravel, as their entire existence is built on falsehoods, and you represent the truth they are reluctant to face. You haunt those who oppose you, not out of intent, but because they recognize deep down that they failed the test you represent. Some will invest years trying to amend the damage they inflicted upon themselves by mistreating you, while others may never recover, forever entrapped in a cycle of their own self-destruction. That's why they obsess over you, watching and stalking your every move. It's not love, it's not hate, it's fear, because whether they admit it or not, you were their moment of reckoning. You are not here to play fair, nor to soften your edges for anyone's comfort. The universe dispatched you as a lesson. Not just any lesson, but one that requires them to learn or suffer the consequences. The choice lies completely within them. And if they refuse to open their eyes, a test does not need clarification for those who fail it. This is why the chosen ones are exceptional. You don't merely exist, you shape the course of reality by your presence alone. You alter timelines, guide individuals to their true destinies, and force the hidden aspects of themselves into the light. Your energy acts like a truth serum. Some find healing through it, while others may be exposed and ultimately destroyed by it. The magnificent part? You don't need to lift a finger. Karma flows through you. They may believe they are battling you, but in reality, they are just fighting their own reflections. So, the next time someone attempts to vilify you in their narrative, allow them the freedom to do so. After all, every lesson requires an antagonist, and every storm transforms the sky. You were never sent here to be liked. Rather, you were destined to be remembered. Thank you. Yes, you, the chosen one. Your presence is no coincidence. Whether you're brand new to this journey or have been walking this path for some time, know this: you're part of something larger. If you've ever sensed that your energy changes a place the moment you arrive, and that people react to you even before you speak, then you already understand that you embody the test they never anticipated. Show your readiness to step into your power by hitting that like button, subscribing to Chosen One Sanctuary, and commenting 888 if you are ready to see the karmic scales tip in your favor. Now, let's break it down step by step. Stay with us until the end. If you truly are chosen, you will feel the stirring within. Let's get started. Number 1, they wish to rig the game, but then you arrived and shattered their entire system. They've spent their lives believing they could outsmart the universe, tweak karma, and dodge consequences. Then, unexpectedly, like a flaw in their meticulously crafted illusion, you emerged. A force they never calculated. A glitch in the system that decimates everything built on falsehoods. Some navigate through life unnoticed, blending in and causing no ripples. But you are the shockwave to their complacency, the static interrupting their carefully crafted realities. You were not sent to play along. You were sent to disrupt patterns, unveil deception, and restore balance to the scales of karma. Your very presence compels people to confront the truths they've spent their lives evading. This explains why their feelings toward you can swing between infatuation and outright animosity. They either despise you or become obsessed with you. Nothing is neutral in this dynamic. They often deem you difficult, problematic, or dangerous, not because you are any of those things, but because you perceive what they desperately wish to conceal. You weren't placed here to be liked. You were meant to be felt. The universe doesn't waste energy sending chosen ones into easy situations or environments where they're just another face in the crowd. It positions you where you will create transformation, where your very existence compels the facade to come undone, and they despise that you expose them. No matter how hard they try to manipulate, lie, or deceive their way through life, something about you reveals their truth. You need not lift a finger. Your energy alone is a mirror reflecting their true selves, and many cannot bear their reflection. They will attempt to cast you as the villain in their narrative, labeling you as the issue. Why? Because acknowledging that you embody the consequence they deserved means facing the responsibility of their own actions. A confrontation they may never find the strength to partake in. Yet, here's the reality they remain oblivious to. You didn't arrive unaccompanied. When the universe selects you, it aligns everything in your favor. People, circumstances, and opportunities begin to shift in ways you could never have envisioned. Even when they try to thwart you, somehow you arise stronger. Even in the face of sabotage, things still align to support you. This is not mere chance, it is divine alignment. They cannot grasp how, after everything done to break you, you remain standing. How, despite betrayal, attacks, and efforts to set you up, you continue to thrive. This confounds them, frustrates them, and innately instills fear because they come to realize you are not just any individual they can manipulate. You are a force of nature. You were sent to be precisely who you are. Have you ever wondered why the lives of certain individuals seem to crumble after they encounter you? Why everything suddenly unravels for them? It's simple. You were their test. Some were granted the chance to learn, to grow, to evolve, yet they opted to betray, deceive, or harm you. With that choice, they sealed their destinies. You do not need to take revenge or seek retribution. You embody the karma that the universe set into motion the moment they made their choice. The most beautiful part? You need not stick around to witness it. As soon as you walk away, their house of cards begins to fall. Their illusions shatter, and everything they believed they evaded is set to crash down upon them. So, if you find yourself pondering why life seems to present such intensity, why encounters with others elicit extreme reactions, whether adoration or deep-seated animosity, it's because you were never meant to fit in. You were sent to be the reckoning they could never foresee. And that, dear one, is a power from which no adversary can escape. Number 2, they sought your reaction. Yet, what they received was your silence, and that ultimately devastated them. They can endure insults, they can engage in quarrels, they can even position themselves defensively when exposed. But what they utterly cannot withstand is your silence. In that silence, they are compelled to confront the one thing they fear the most: themselves. They aimed to drag you into their chaotic game. They wanted to incite anger, reaction, and brokenness. They believed they could control your energy, provoke you into a dance of chaos, and keep you stuck in their never-ending cycles. Yet you denied them that gratification. Instead, you offered them silence, and in that silence, you shattered them. People who thrive on manipulation, lies, and drama are utterly unprepared for someone who opts out of the game. They typically rely on your energy, on your reactions to satiate their egos. When you withdraw that energy, you starve them. This is precisely why your silence speaks volumes, far louder than any words you could ever utter. It compels them to confront their inner chaos, their insecurities, their personal demons, a battle they are not ready to confront. They will try to convince you that your silence reflects weakness, fear, or avoidance of confrontation. But in truth, silence is an embodiment of power. It is the absolute refusal to expend energy on those who do not merit it. Silence is the ultimate response that sends them spiraling into self-destruction, without you ever having to raise a finger. They wish you would provide explanations, defend your choices, argue your stance, and prove them wrong. Why? Because the moment you engage, they claim victory. The instant you lower yourself to their level, they receive exactly what they sought: a fragment of your energy. But you operate differently. You do not pursue clarity. You seek no validation. You trust that the truth will reveal itself in due time, and it always does. That's why your silence lingers on their minds, why they can't shake your presence, watching you, trying to provoke a reaction. Even after you've exited their lives, they replay every moment, analyze each interaction, probing for the reason they can't forget you. The answer is crystal clear. You were the mirror they were never ready to confront. Step away, and without you providing them with distractions, they're left with their own reality. This is why some individuals spiral when you create distance. Their lives seem to collapse once you disengage. You were the pillar of their illusions, and as soon as you stepped aside, reality slammed into them like a tempest. The most extraordinary part: you don't even need to be there to witness it. The moment you go quiet, the universe takes charge, and everything they believed they could control starts to elude their grasp. The lies unravel, and the masks fall away. The energy they projected into the world returns to them magnified tenfold. You weren't meant to argue with the reckless. You weren't intended to persuade anyone of your intrinsic value. You were sent to be a lesson, and sometimes the loudest lesson is simply your absence. The truth, after all, is that people often don't recognize what they had until it vanishes. When you walk away, you carry the light with you. You are not ordinary. Your energy is exceptional. This is precisely why some people respond to you with fear, obsession, or even animosity. They sense your power, even if they can't comprehend it. This is why they prod, provoke, and strive to elicit a reaction from you. Deep down, they know that once you withdraw into silence, it's over. No response, no explanations, just silence, which will reverberate in their thoughts for the rest of their days. They believed they held the reins of control until you appeared and unearthed their true selves. People can feign kindness, they can fake confidence, and they can even simulate love, but they cannot disguise their reactions to you. When the universe sends a chosen one into someone's life, it invariably brings their authentic nature to the surface, whether they like it or not. Your presence transcends mere energy, it serves as a test. You don't need to do anything actively, simply by existing. By entering a space, by being your true self, you compel people to unveil themselves. Some will admire, respect, and find inspiration in you, while others will loathe you for no apparent reason. They feel threatened, become defensive, envious, or even obsessed. Understand this. Their reactions have nothing to do with you. They speak volumes about who they are. If someone is self-assured, self-aware, and in alignment with their truth, they will regard you as a beacon of light. But if they are concealing their true selves, dodging their inner demons, or living in denial, you will trigger them like no other. They may not even be aware of why they feel what they feel about you. All they comprehend is that something in your essence brings discomfort, forcing them to confront parts of themselves they have long evaded. You were never meant to integrate seamlessly or merely be tolerated. You were sent into others' lives to elicit a reaction, because that reaction serves as the test. Some will pass. They'll recognize your energy as something rare and powerful that propels them to grow. Others will fail in catastrophic fashion, becoming bitter, envious, or even hostile, incapable of handling what you reveal about them. This is why certain individuals endeavor to tear you down, spread falsehoods, or turn others against you. It's not because you've committed any wrongs. It's because your sheer presence illuminated aspects of themselves they were not prepared to confront. Your light compels them to face their own darkness, and most would prefer to attack the light than confront their shadows. Have you ever noticed how certain people seem perfectly fine among everyone else, but their demeanor shifts dramatically upon meeting you? It's because they can no longer maintain their facades around you. You strip away the illusions, revealing their raw truth. Some will ascend in your presence, while others will falter. But understand this, it is not your responsibility to heal them. You were designated as the test, not the solution. Whether they evolve or self-destruct is entirely their choice. This is precisely why you will witness those who have wronged you eventually facing their own downfalls, and you need not lift a finger to make it happen. Failing a universal test carries significant consequences. It's why some remain inexplicably fascinated by you, even after betraying you. They stalk your triumphs, obsess over each step you take, and anticipate your misfortunes. Deep down, they are aware that they have failed, and once you have been tested, there is no retaking the exam. This is the profound power of being chosen. You are not merely another soul passing through. You represent the moment someone's life was placed on trial. So the next time someone responds to you with unwarranted animosity, envy, or bitterness, remember, it's not you, it's them. Their response is a reflection of their own report card, and the universe is always observing. You were sent to be a lesson, a test, and whether they pass or fail is entirely in their hands. You weren't simply designated to inspire, you were sent to expose. You don't just attract people, you awaken them. Some will flourish because of you, while others will self-destruct. Make no mistake, nobody encounters you and emerges unchanged. Your energy serves as a magnet, drawing in both the radiant and the shadowed, the enlightened and the lost, the healers and the destroyers. Some will perceive you as a beacon, a guide, a source of strength, while others might see you as a threat, an impediment, a reminder of everything they wish they could embody but do not. This is where the chaos begins. You don't just wade into others' lives, you disrupt them. You provide clarity where confusion once reigned, healing where pain previously resided. But you also dismantle illusions, false identities, and painstakingly constructed facades. This is why individuals react so passionately to your presence. Some will cling to you like a life raft, their souls igniting the moment they meet you. They'll describe your impact as life-changing, mesmerizing, unforgettable. Others will seek to dim your brilliance before it unearths their darkness. They will resist you, resent you, attempt to pull you down, all the while pretending they are indifferent. Yet, their fixation on you reveals their truth. They cannot face the reality that you possess power over them, even in your absence, and that is because you embody something invaluable: balance. You represent both light and dark. You have traversed the shadows, confronted your demons, and triumphed over battles that many would falter against. This is why you see through people effortlessly. You have been both the wounded and the warrior, both the broken and the reborn. It is this balance that renders you unstoppable. You possess the capacity to heal, yet you may also destroy. You can uplift while simultaneously unsettling. You compel people to confront their truths, whether they feel prepared or not. Have you ever pondered why people either love you vehemently or despise you intensely? It is because you unveil what lies within them. If they harbor goodness, you amplify that virtue. If they harbor decay, you hasten their decline. You do not transform individuals, you reveal them. Some will be drawn to you like moths to a flame, not out of love for your light, but rather a desire to siphon it, to replicate it, to absorb your energy as if it belonged to them. Then, you have those who perceive you and instantly feel a sense of threat. They may not articulate it, but your very essence unsettles them. Perhaps it's your confidence, your ability to see through their deceit, or the fact that you don't play their games. One truth remains: you leave them exposed. Hence, they oppose you. They spread rumors, cast shadows, attempt to sway others against you. But what they fail to grasp is this: you don't lose sleep over those you were sent to expose. Your strength does not stem from their validation or approval. It emanates from the unbreakable truth that you are meant to exist authentically as you are. No amount of animosity, jealousy, or manipulation can alter that essence. So let them chatter, let them watch, let them endeavor to drag you down, for what they do not recognize is that their attempts to obliterate you only lead to their own self-destruction. You are both a gift and a lesson, a healer and a test, and no one emerges from your presence unchanged. As you navigate life, carry with you this indelible truth: you are a chosen one, a catalyst for growth and transformation. Use this awareness to continue shining your light, to inspire others to seek healing, and to remind them that confronting their shadows is the path to true liberation. Cherish who you are, embrace your power, and remember always: the universe watches over you. Cracks begin to form in the mask as it disrupts the carefully constructed facade, forcing individuals to face what they've evaded for years. You don't even need to utter a word. Your mere presence becomes a catalyst. It alters the entire atmosphere of the space, and those unsaid truths suddenly become intolerable. The reality they've ignored starts to echo loudly, and they realize there's no escape. Ironically, they will turn to blame you. They will see you as stirring the pot, creating conflict. But the truth is, you didn't instigate the chaos. You simply illuminated the disorder that was already there. Have you ever wondered why some people behave so differently around you than they do with others? Why they suddenly morph into defensive, aggressive, or emotionally unstable versions of themselves in your presence? The answer lies in their exposure. Their very essence understands that you can see them in a way that most cannot, and nothing terrifies someone living a facade more than being truly seen. This is why some individuals will push you away, betray you, or attempt to turn others against you. It's not because you've done any wrong. It's because their spirit is at war with its authentic self, and you serve as a reminder of truths they aren't ready to confront. They may label you as difficult, problematic, or overly intense, but deep down, they recognize one hard fact. You are not the source of chaos. You are the revelation. Some people simply will never be prepared for that truth. Yet, here's the thing. It is not your responsibility to carry their burdens. You are not here to fix them or make them feel at ease. You were called to awaken them, whether they are ready for it or not. You will notice that those who can embrace your energy will flourish. They will transform, evolve, and step into their true power. Meanwhile, those who cannot handle your essence may spiral, lash out, or collapse under the weight of their illusions. But that's not your burden to bear. Ultimately, your presence serves as a test, and not everyone is destined to pass. So, the next time you enter a room and feel the shift, the tension, the discomfort, the unspoken energy, you will know precisely what's happening. You did not bring the storm, you are the storm, and those who cannot withstand the winds were never meant to stand in your light. Number 6, they wanted you to fix them, but you were meant to expose them. They believed you came to heal, save, or pull them from the darkness they chose to reside in. But your role was never that of a savior. You were instead sent as their mirror. When they finally glimpse their reflection in you, they come to a startling realization. It was not you they feared, but themselves. People often project their issues onto others, searching for someone to blame, someone to rescue them from their own choices. But you are not their escape. You are their reflection. This is what makes your presence profoundly shake them to their core. You do not bestow upon them anything they don't already possess. You merely reveal what has long been inside them: the truth, the light, the shadows, the strength, the frailty. That revelation makes them uncomfortable. They wanted you to absorb their chaos, to make it vanish, but that has never been your purpose. You did not arrive to heal them. You came to unveil the wounds they have ignored. And here's the truth about mirrors. They do not lie. This is why some people are drawn to you, inspired by you, awakened by you. They recognize their potential reflected in you. They notice that the strength, wisdom, and resilience you embody also exist within them. That is why they respect you, learn from you, and grow with you. Conversely, others recognize their flaws in you: fears, unhealed trauma, toxic patterns. Instead of evolving through that lens, they reject it. They reject you. They turn against you because you force them to confront what they dread. Have you ever questioned why some individuals harbor resentment against you for no clear reason? Why they abruptly shift their demeanor, become distant, act hostile, or even attempt to sabotage you? It's because they witnessed aspects of themselves in you and could not bear what they saw. However, here's the truth you must accept. That is not your dilemma. You were not sent to coddle them. You were not tasked with coaxing them into healing or personal growth. That is their choice and their responsibility. You are a mirror, not a savior. The gravest mistake you can make is to attempt to rescue someone who refuses to acknowledge their own reflection. No matter how much you pour into them, love, wisdom, guidance, if they aren't prepared to face their inner truth, they will dismantle you before they ever change. This is why chosen ones frequently experience misunderstanding, misuse, and mistreatment. When you reflect someone's reality back to them, they either rise to the occasion or flee. You will encounter those who admire you, yet doubt their ability to become anything like you. You will meet individuals who envy you because they refuse to recognize their own power. And you will cross paths with people trying to dim your light because merely standing beside you exposes their truths. But remember, you cannot carry anyone who refuses to grow. If someone chooses to self-destruct rather than evolve, that choice belongs to them. If someone resents you for mirroring truths they're not ready to see, that burden is theirs to shoulder. Your only role is to continue being the mirror. Those meant to see you will do so. Those who are meant to grow will rise. And for those who are destined to leave your life, let them go. You were never destined to win everyone's affection. You were destined to leave a lasting impression. The truth is, whether they love or hate you, they will never forget the moment they recognize themselves through you. Number 7. They wanted you to feel isolated, but in truth, you were simply being set apart. They perceive solitude as a weakness. They believe that being alone amounts to loss. What they fail to understand is that the universe often isolates its strongest warriors before their ascent. You were not abandoned. You were being prepared. You felt it. The disconnection, the moments where it seemed as though no one truly understood you, the friendships that faded away, the relationships that never flourished, the people who briefly entered your life only to leave without explanation. At one point, you may have asked yourself, why is my journey so solitary? Why does it feel like I'm perpetually on the periphery while the world continues moving, unnoticed? Here's what to grasp. This solitude is not a punishment, it's a process. The universe does not position chosen ones amid the crowd. It does not allow them to get swept away in distractions, unmeaningful relationships, or superficial connections. You are destined for something greater, and that necessitates separation. Most individuals fear being alone. They chase constant validation, endless distractions, anything to avoid sitting with themselves. But you were compelled to confront yourself, and in doing so, you discovered a strength that many will never know. Because in solitude, true transformation occurs. It is where you sharpen your mind, strengthen your spirit, and hear the whispers of your true purpose. It is where you unlearn the lies society feeds you and step fully into who you were always meant to be. They don't comprehend it. They assume you're missing out, that you should be engaging in what everyone else is doing. Yet they don't understand that you're not missing out on their lives. They are missing out on you. Your path has never been about fitting in. It's about rising above. The universe does not elevate just anyone. It first strips away everything that does not serve you. The fake friendships, the dead-end relationships, the energy-draining connections that would only hold you back. That is why you've lost people for no clear reason. Why doors have slammed shut that appeared perfect for you. Why, no matter how hard you strove to cling to certain individuals, experiences, or surroundings, they were removed from your life. It was not rejection, it was redirection. The universe saw a destination that you could not yet envision, and it knew who could not accompany you on that journey. But remember, this isolation is not eternal. It's a season, a phase, a vital transformation before elevation. Because the moment you fully embrace your solitude, everything begins to shift. The world tries to instill fear of loneliness in people because they wish to prevent a mass awakening. They don't want individuals realizing the power that comes from sitting in silence and listening to their spirit. But not you. You were not meant to fear it. You were meant to master it. That's why your intuition is sharper than most. Why you can sense things others cannot. Why you perceive energy changes, see through deception, and anticipate events before they unfold. Solitude fine-tuned you. And when you finally emerge from it, you won't be the same person you once were. Let them believe you're alone. Let them assume you're struggling, that you've been forgotten, that you're missing out. While they are distracted, you are evolving. When the time arrives, they will all understand precisely why you had to navigate this path in solitude. You were not abandoned, you were set apart. And soon, the world will see exactly why. Number 8, they could maintain their lies with everyone until they met you. They constructed their lives from half-truth, artificial smiles, and meticulously curated personas. They were comfortable in their illusions, sheltered by their own denial. Then you arrived, and suddenly, the mask could no longer conceal them. You don't even need to communicate. Your energy alone demands truth. It draws people out of their comfort zones, compelling them to examine their actions and confront who they truly are. Some will thrive in this confrontation while others may recoil. Appreciate this. They will feel challenged in the most empowering way, inspired to elevate themselves and embrace a higher version of who they are. Your presence will be seen as an opportunity, an encouragement towards authenticity and genuine growth. Yet some will harbor resentment towards you, not because you've done anything wrong or sought to impose change upon them, but because your energy leaves them exposed with nowhere to hide. They wanted to continue their little games of manipulation, deceit, and illusion. But you are the embodiment of truth they cannot evade. This explains why certain individuals respond to you with defensiveness, resentment, or even hostility. They feel vulnerable, uncomfortable in their own existence, not due to your actions, but because your mere presence compels them to confront what they've avoided. You weren't sent here to sugarcoat reality. You were called to be a disruptor, demanding alignment, integrity, and accountability from those around you. Let's face it, most are simply not ready for that. That's why they paint you as the villain, labeling you as too intense, too much, too difficult. When they look at you, they see not just you, but everything they have been fleeing from. Have you ever noticed how some people start avoiding you for seemingly no reason? They pull back, become defensive, or even turn against you. It's important to recognize that it's not a reflection of any wrongdoing on your part, but rather the result of your energy compelling them to gaze into a harsh mirror. Most individuals despise what they see in that reflection. It's easier for them to blame you than to confront their own truths. That's why you find it hard to connect with superficial friendships, shallow conversations, or individuals unwilling to grow. Your spirit yearns for depth, and anything less feels toxic to your soul. You shy away from deception, refuse to tolerate manipulation, and won't entertain excuses. This is why you intimidate those who aren't aligned with their true selves. Remember, that's their hurdle, not yours. Your energy is not something to diminish or apologize for. It is a gift, a powerful tool, and a test rolled into one. Some will rise to meet you, feeling inspired and awakened, challenged to embrace their own truths. Others, however, may falter, not because of your efforts, but because when face to face with the truth, they choose to flee instead of grow. And that's on them. You see, accountability is a currency many are too impoverished to afford. They crave rewards without responsibility, image without integrity, power without discipline. But when they meet you, the reality sets in, there are no shortcuts. You are living proof that true power is born of alignment, truth, and resilience. That success devoid of integrity is merely a precarious facade awaiting collapse. This realization is why they may feel animosity towards you. Deep down, they recognize they will never ascend to your level unless they begin holding themselves to the same standards. So, let them react however they wish. Let them project their insecurities and lay blame. Let them walk away if they choose. In the end, their response is a test for them, all under the watchful gaze of the universe. You were not sent here to please them, but to expose their truths. They believed they had escaped the repercussions of their actions until you came into their lives. They navigated through existence assuming there would be no consequences for their lies, betrayals, or manipulations, and then you appeared, casting doubt upon their assumptions. You don't need revenge. You don't need to chase after justice. You are justice, and the energy you embody serves as a reminder that nothing remains unchecked. Good, bad, all of it circles back. People sense this upon meeting you. Their pasts seem to catch up in your presence. Those who have lived with integrity feel drawn to you, inspired, almost as if they see a reflection of something pure and powerful. Yet those who have left destruction in their wake find themselves trembling. Their unease manifests as erratic behavior, as if your existence is an alarm bell ringing within them. Deep inside, they know you are a reminder that the universe is perpetually vigilant, that karma is not just a distant notion but a real force that flows through people just like you. Ever noticed how certain individuals grow visibly uncomfortable around you, avoiding eye contact, stumbling over their words, or becoming defensive without provocation? It's not merely coincidence. Their spirit registers something before their conscious mind does. Though they may not comprehend it fully, their souls recognize that you embody the consequences they believed they could outrun. You represent proof that the universe keeps records of all actions done. That's why some will strive to discredit you, attack you, or sway others against you. It's not because you've wronged them, but rather that your mere presence highlights the weight of their past. They don't detest you. They detest the mirror you hold up to them, forcing them to witness their lies, betrayals, and the falsifications of their lives become undeniable. And that reality terrifies them. Yet here's the profound truth: you don't have to lift a finger. Your karma is found in your peace, while theirs is rooted in their paranoia. Individuals who have walked the path of integrity can bear your presence without fear. They can engage with you, connect without hesitation, because they carry no secrets. Conversely, those who have inflicted harm find it suffocating to be around you. It's as if the walls close in around them. That's why their reactions can be so extreme. They may either seek to bring you down or completely vanish, realizing that the moment they encounter you, the universe has already made its judgment. You needn't lift a hand in retribution, nor must you prove your worth. The ramifications of their actions will serve their sentences. Some might attempt to reconcile with you, not from a place of genuine change, but from fear of what consequences might follow. Others may act indifferent, pretending your presence hasn't disturbed something deep within them. Yet, you'll always know. It will reflect in their body language, echo in their words, and resonate in the shifts of energy the moment they grasp who you truly are. You are not just another face crossing their path, you are their reckoning. So, the next time someone reacts to you with unprovoked hostility or attempts to diminish your worth, understand this: it's not about you, it's about them. You didn't bring the reckoning, you are the reckoning. And whether they embrace it or not, the universe will always resolve its debts. They can't control you, and that alone sends chills down their spine. They have constructed a world rife with illusions, fake rules designed to keep individuals confined, frightened, and submissive. But then there's you, unshaken, unpredictable, playing by a rhythm they cannot perceive or comprehend. They are bewildered, unsure how to engage with you because you diverge from their mold. While others chase after approval and conformity, you draw from a deeper source, something genuine. Your decisions are not dictated by fear or insecurity. They are born from intuition, spiritual wisdom, a knowing that defies explanation. That makes you a force of nature, not to harm, not to seek dominion, but simply because you are uncontainable. Society aims to restrict freedom, instilling doubt and coercing individuals to barter their authenticity for acceptance. This system never ensnared you. While they remain shackled by fear, you stand entirely free. Nothing terrifies them more than a soul that refuses subjugation. You may notice how individuals attempt to decipher your actions, scrutinizing every choice you make as if gaining understanding will grant them power over you. They yearn to categorize you, confine you to a box in a way that eases their discomfort, yet they cannot. Just when they think they've pieced together your puzzle, you take a step in an unforeseen direction, leaving them bewildered. This uncertainty breeds fear. With you, conventional methods to manipulate or pressure won't work. You shatter the cycle every time. They don't grasp that you're not simply rejecting their rules. You were never confined by them. You weren't meant to live within societal expectations. You were destined to transcend them. Consequently, your life takes on a distinct form, one that continues to bewilder those ensnared in systems that drain them. While they dwell in fear, you embody trust in something greater. And while they fight for illusions, you embrace profound truth. This is why individuals inexplicably envy you. They see your freedom and yearn for it, longing to feel the way you navigate life with courage, without hesitation or a need for validation. They notice how you move undeterred, and how that inadvertently unveils their own limitations. But remember, while it may perplex them, their reaction is not your concern. Your journey is unique, and you are meant to shine brightly in your truth. Recognize how incredible it is that, despite what you were taught, everything that instilled in you the belief that people like you shouldn't exist, you are here, unstoppable and uncontainable, guided only by a divine purpose. They may label you as reckless, arrogant, unreasonable, not because you truly are, but because they lack the courage to live as you do. You see, people fear what they do not understand, and you stand as living proof that their system is a facade, that freedom is genuine, that fear is a choice, and that all the energy they invested in approval, status, and hollow validation was never real power. True power emanates from within, stems from understanding who you truly are, and comes from moving in harmony with something far grander than society's norms, and that sovereignty renders you untouchable. So let them misunderstand, let them fear you, let them hurl their labels at you, hoping something will stick. It matters not, for at the end of the day, you were never intended to fit in. Your purpose is to shatter every illusion they've ever clung to. Number 11. They sought to break you, but each attack was merely a stepping stone on your ascent. The weak are handed easy lives, while the chosen are confronted with challenges. For only those who endure the flames are capable of shouldering the burden of true power. Every trial, every betrayal, every setback has not been arbitrary. At times, you've gazed around, wondering why your journey appears so much more arduous than those around you, questioning why you've faced loss, deception, and pain, while others glide by in comfort, untouched. Yet, here's what many will never comprehend. Your struggles are not signs of your frailty. They are solid evidence of your resilience. The universe doesn't waste its toughest lessons on ordinary individuals. It does not subject warriors in training to the predictable, easy cycles that keep the masses complacent. Instead, it tempers them in battle, and that is precisely what has been unfolding within you since the very moment you arrived on this planet. You were destined for something greater, but such a purpose demands weight, resistance, and forces that aim to fracture you before you can unleash your full power. The reality is, your adversaries saw your potential long before you did, which is why they targeted you, why you've been tested in seemingly unfair ways, why you've had to withstand solitude, betrayal, and hardships that would have shattered an ordinary spirit. You were never meant to be ordinary. Every obstacle you encountered was a preparatory lesson. The betrayals imparted discernment. The losses compelled you to release what was never meant for you. The isolation honed your intuition, fostering self-reliance and guiding you to connect deeply with your higher self. Nothing that has transpired in your life has been wasted. Every wound, every scar, every dark night of the soul has been sculpting you into something unstoppable. Yet, here's where many misunderstand. They perceive the chosen ones as eternally suffering, as if cursed, believing that life unfolds unfairly for them. No, you endure because your mission is of grander significance than most realize. You are not here to shrink into the margins. You are here to shift realities, disrupt systems, and illuminate the darkness with your light. And that mission often requires warfare. Look through history. Every transformational leader, every powerful soul, every individual who has ever changed the world has traversed the fires of struggle before they ascended. You are no exception. So when life feels relentlessly burdensome, when it seems like attacks come from all directions, remember this. The depth of your struggle is a testament to the magnitude of your purpose. The universe is not punishing you. It is preparing you, breaking you open so your power can flow forth. Most remain unaware of this vital truth about the chosen ones. They do not break, they transform. You are no longer the person you were when this journey commenced. You are not weak as you once were, nor can you be easily manipulated or swayed from your path anymore. This transformation strikes terror into the hearts of those who once sought to take you down, for they believed their attacks would obliterate you, that their betrayals would halt you, that their deceptions, games, and obstacles would suffice to make you relent. Instead, they bore you anew. You are no longer merely an individual. You have become a force. Let them wonder. Let them question how you survived, how you remain standing, how you keep rising, regardless of what they cast your way. Let them watch in disbelief as you embrace the power that they labored so hard to keep concealed from you. For the truth is, you never fought to gain their approval. You were engaged in the struggle to remember your essence, and now you recognize who you are. Number 12. To some, you represent their greatest gift. To others, you are their worst nightmare. They prayed for growth, for a shift, for breakthroughs, and then you appeared. However, the truth is, not everyone is prepared for what they profess to desire. Some will perceive you as a blessing. Others will view you as a curse. Whichever the case, you are undeniable. Your mere presence reshapes the realities of those around you. You are not just another soul passing through their lives. You are a catalyst, a force that provokes challenges and induces transformation. While some may acknowledge and embrace this development, others will resist it with every ounce of their being. To those who are ready for growth, you are a divine gift, awakening something deep within them that even they were unaware existed. You inspire them to elevate, to evolve, to embrace their authentic potential. Conversely, to those unprepared, you embody the nightmare they never anticipated. You refuse to permit them to linger comfortably in their illusions, and you won't allow them to escape their true potential under the pretense of happiness. You compel them to confront themselves, and that makes you dangerous in their eyes. Have you noticed how some radiate positivity at your presence, igniting their dreams and conquering bad habits, or leveling up their mindset? That is your energy activating something profound within them. Yet, have you also observed how others instantly perceive a threat, reacting defensively, irritably, or even with hostility without you having done anything? That's because your energy lays bare their stagnation. The difference is clear. Those aligned with their paths will find empowerment in your presence, while those clinging to a facade will feel an attack. This pivotal insight is vital. You are neither their savior nor their adversary. You have arrived as a test. How they react to you will determine whether you are a blessing or a curse in their lives. It has nothing to do with you, but entirely with them. If they choose to grow, to evolve, to accept the truth, you will be the most transformative force they ever encounter. Yet, should they opt for denial, resistance, and self-deception, your presence will feel turbulent to them. For regardless of how hard they strive to dismiss it, your energy is a mirror. You don't only reveal who you are, you reflect who they could become. That truth is what frightens them. They witness your discipline and recognize their own complacency. They see your confidence and confront their insecurities. They feel your authenticity and grapple with the weight of their own deception. You embody proof that they could transcend their current selves, but becoming more necessitates the dismantling of their old identities, and many simply lack the strength to undertake that journey. In the end, they redirect their frustration towards you. They may assert that you're too much, that you're difficult, that you radiate too much energy wherever you go. In reality, what they truly mean is you illuminate too much truth. A truth that many are not prepared to face. Yet, here lies the secret. Whether they cherish me or despise you, you have already initiated change. You have sowed the seeds of transformation within them. Be it in months, years, or even a lifetime, they will never forget you. Once someone encounters a chosen one, they can never revert to their former selves. So, allow them to label you as either a blessing or a curse, for at the end of the day, you provide exactly what their souls needed. The power that lies beyond their grasp. You were never here to blend in with the ordinary. Whether seen as a gift or a trial, you etch a mark that cannot be erased. You are the challenge, the reflection, the reckoning. If this message resonated, visit Chosen One Sanctuary to connect deeper. Subscribe to Chosen One Sanctuary for more insights. Drop the number 888 in the comments and share this with another Chosen One.